What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth. How are you doing today? How are you enjoying your life? Living, having fun? Are you still worried about what they will say or what they will do? Fuck that. You were born to live your own life. You were not born to live another's life, but your own life. It doesn't matter how you think you are related or connected to somebody. You were born to live your own life, not their life. Not by their own standard, not by their own method. And one of the things, or one of the reasons, you see people demanding you live certain way is what I want to share with us today. So I titled this, Stubborn Theists, Stubborn Believers. I used to say that when I was a Christian. I used to say like, I'm spiritually stubborn. I'm stubborn by faith. You can't move me. I'm surrounded by the Lord. I'm like Jerusalem, surrounded by the mountain. I'm unmovable. Foolishness, foolishly stubborn. That's what theists are. Have you wondered why you see theists? You know, they are suffering. You can see they are suffering. Yet they say they believe what they believe. No matter what, you can't make them change. You can't. They believe what, and they are ready to hate and kill for that their belief or faith. You say, but this person is intelligent. This person is educated. This person is an adult. This person can think for themselves. So why are they stubborn to this belief that is not benefiting them, that is not profiting them, that is not enhancing their life, that is not opening them up to quality living? But they still believe. That's what I want to share with us. If you read Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. Isaiah 40, verse 31. If you read, don't worry, I just wake up and I'm going somewhere. So I just come outside with the weather too. He said that the people that wait on the Lord, those who hope in the Lord, those who wait for God to act, for God to do so, those who believe God exists. You know, many people quote these scriptures as if, you know, they are quoting it right. No, they are not, because they are just quoting it like encouraging believers to continue believing in God or something. But there's something there, or certain things there I want to show you. He said, they that wait upon the Lord, they shall do what? First thing, he said, they shall renew their strength. That's why they are stubborn. They are renewing their strength. They are renewing their bondage. They are renewing their foolishness. They do everything to make sure their chain remain intact. That they are polishing that chain as their necklace, as their jewelry. So it's a beautiful chain, you know. I can't live without fear of God. I can't live without faith in God. If I leave religion, what else can I do? I need religion to replace another religion. They can't see reasons with you. And no matter how you try to explain it to them, they say, no, you are a carnal man. A carnal man cannot understand the things of God. A carnal mind cannot understand the state of the spirit. There is nothing spiritual about whatever any of us is doing. Nothing. Nothing spiritual about whatever any of us is saying or doing. Everything about us is carnal. Nothing spiritual. But because they don't have the answer to questions, they don't have solution to problems, they know their God cannot show up. It has been proven that every God is imaginary being. It does not exist in reality. What did they tell you? They tell you it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. You cannot understand it with the wisdom of man. You may be educated, you cannot understand it. But by faith, you know it is true. These people are stupid, man. By faith, you know something is true. Yet when they ask you a question in the class, you don't say, I'm answering this. This is my answer to this question by faith, and you pass. No, it can never be possible. Nothing is possible by faith. Nothing can be done by faith. You can claim to believe what you know, which is what believers do. Remember, they always pray for something they can achieve. Why their Bible or their book tell them that with God all things are possible? So they're supposed to be asking God to do the impossible, not the possible. Oh God, touch somebody to give to me. Oh God, raise a helper for me. No God is doing such things. It's you going about begging people or appearing pitiable. Then people see you, pity you, and decide to give to you because they were also raised to give to the poor. Although there is God of the poor, but that God cannot provide for the poor. It is the poor and the rich who provide for the poor, not God. He said they shall renew their strength. That's why you see them engaging in praying and fasting, going to church services, mosque services, or whatever religious or spiritual services they believe in. You see them engaging in it with all seriousness. They have zeal without knowledge. That's what having faith and belief is. Having zeal without knowledge. You are trying to fix a car when you don't have knowledge of fixing a car. That's how it is all about. Faith and beliefs. Say they shall renew their strength. What is the next thing? He said they shall mount up wings and fly as eagles. That's how they behave. Anytime you present facts before them, they fly everywhere. They are everywhere like eagles. They begin to, like bird. They begin to fly from this point to another point. Telling you, what are you saying? You don't understand it. You are taking it out of context. What are you saying? Our God cannot lie. Let all men be lying and God be true. You don't know what you are saying. God will punish you. God will have mercy on you. Don't worry. One day you will see. What I'm telling you, go and write it somewhere. If I be a man of God, if I'm serving a living God, such thing will happen. Okay, you are serving a living God. Tell me the specific time, date, it will happen. None of them can do that. If you want to expose the uselessness, the non-existence of God, just demand for date. Every God disappears before fact. Every God dies when you operate with knowledge. Every God dies. Knowledge of factual truth. Say they shall mount up wings as eagles. That's why they believe the impossible. Now, they believe they are flying actually. They believe their dreams. They believe their visions. They believe their revelations. They believe all those things, prophecy. They believe them because it is part of renewing their strength. How dare you question a man of God? How dare you mock a man of God? How dare you talk that thing about my man of God? How dare you talk that thing about God? How dare you? How dare you? A man mortal like you, what do you know? You don't know anything. And the person that said they know anything, they are the ones suffering most everywhere in the world. They are the one persecuting other people and claiming that they are being persecuted. Very wicked set of people. They are just as wicked as their God. Evil people. Careless, heartless. These people are heartless, using their own time because they believe with their heart. They talk, they think, they do things. You know, that's why their Bible tell them, you know, when you seek God, you will find God. You say, okay, what method will I use to find this God? To see this God? He said, when you're searching with all your heart, because they don't have method. They don't have any scientific means or any reasonable means or any coherent way to understand or know this God. It is impossible for anyone to know God because God does not exist. God does not exist. Look at anybody that tell you there is God. Check and see that they have mental illness. And they are renewing their strength, claiming that their belief is true, their faith is true. It must happen. One day you will see. Anytime I confront them offline, I say, okay, when we say, one day, you will see. One day, you will see. That's all. They cannot give you any specific date. They cannot bring two believers who believe in one day. They tell you their God. You can't understand the way of their God. Their God is like this, not like that. Somebody you have not seen and you cannot see. How can you tell us he works in a mysterious way? You don't know what. There's no believer that know what they're saying. It's like you don't know what you believe. You don't know what you believe. You believe because you don't know. You have faith because you lack knowledge. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. So that fly. He give me strength. And still coming there. There's something that is missing there. And they know that one exposes their foolishness in believing without sin. He said they shall run. And not weary. They will not grow weary. They will not tire. Believing in the same God that created the world created you only one day and get tired until today. That God never created again. They say it's about 6,000 years now. That God has not seen any means or any reason to create anything again to prove, yes, he's the creator. No. That God is nowhere to be found. That God is lost, but not found. Or lost and not found. That's their God. Every God is lost and not found. You cannot find any God. You cannot see any God anywhere. It is people making up God and defending God, fighting for God, spreading God, forcing God on other people. The same way your parents forced God on you. My parents did the same thing to me. All of us are victims of faith. Believing something is true without evidence, without proof. What is your evidence for believing? My heart. I feel it in my heart. I've seen the vision. I've seen the Lord. I have the experience. I didn't ask you for your experience. I didn't ask you for your feelings. I asked you for evidence. And the only true evidence for the existence of God is God himself showing up. I'm not talking about signs and wonders. No, they are not evidence of God. Because you cannot prove it. Every spirituality and religion dies when you demand for tangible evidence of God. Because people in spirituality and religion, both of them believe, or all of them believe in what? Higher power, or higher force, or higher being. But that's their foundation, and it is called myth. It is called illusion. It is called fiction. It is called imagination, imaginary. Spirituality is imaginary. Religion is imaginary. None of them is based on reality or factual truth. So their imagination becomes their fact. Their imagination becomes their what? Reality. And you're telling them it's not real in reality. You cannot use it to do anything. They tell you, you are carnal. You don't understand the spiritual things. Spiritual things, but when you seek, you go to carnal people to heal you, to take care of you. Why can't that spirit take care of you? The spirit that said, let there be light, and there was light. It cannot say, let there be health for you, for eternal health, and there be eternal health for you. Think now, and stop being stupid. He said, they shall run. They shall not tire. They shall not grow weary. They shall run. They will keep running. Heavenly race, I no go tire. Heavenly race, I no go tire. Heavenly race, I no go tire. I no go tire. They are running the race. They don't know who said the race. They are running the race. They didn't see the track to run. They are running the race. They tell them when they believe the scriptures, practice the scriptures, they are running the right race. Running the race. Okay, where is the ribbon? The final one, they say, don't worry, after you die, on the judgment day. What day is that judgment day? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. This one will end. When? Nobody knows. But you know it will end. You know there's a judgment day, but you don't know the date. Just like the same way you know you were created, but you can't tell how you were created. You can't tell how you say, oh, the moment you were born, that's when you were created. No, God created you in your mother's womb. But you need your father to fuck your mother for him to create you, right? Stupid people. Oh man, wake up now, my people. It's ridiculous. And you see more and more of our people hating and killing their brothers and sisters for God, for faith, for belief. Then he said they shall walk. and shall not faint. Imagine. They keep, let them walk now. Let's see. Let them walk without fainting. Oh, they believe without sin, but they cannot walk without fainting. They cannot run without getting tired. They cannot fly because they don't have wings. But they believe all those things are possible with God. Mark chapter 10 verse 27. Mark chapter 9 verse 23. To him that believes all things are possible. Faith is the only thing that makes all things possible. Faith is the only thing that makes all things imaginary possible. All things fake possible. All things illusion possible. All things delusion possible. All things hallucination possible. They are the only one. Yeah, he's coming to save us. He's coming to get, so they are waiting. They that wait upon the Lord or on the Lord or hope on the Lord, he said they shall renew their strength. If you don't understand it, I want you to understand how scripture is being written. It was a scroll. They decided to create chapters and verses. That's why, like that Isaiah 40 verse 31, which is the last verse of Isaiah 40. If you don't read verse chapter 41 verse 1, you will think it ended in verse 31. No, read it. Read Isaiah 41 1. You see, it continues from there. It says, "Be silent before me." If you really waiting on the Lord, you're not supposed to walk. All those you pray and walk is your hypocrisy, it's your stupidity, it's your foolishness. If prayer works, you wouldn't need to walk. If there is God, you wouldn't need to go and walk to feed yourself or to provide for your family. He says, "Be silent before me." He said, "Gather. Let us judge." They are the one judging, not any God. They are the one doing believers, gathers, make laws, make rules, preach and force people to believe and tell you it is God doing it. It's not any God doing anything. It is people. Believers are the creators of God, spreaders of God, and defenders of God. God cannot speak to anyone. God cannot do anything for anyone. God does not exist anywhere in reality. It doesn't matter how much they want it to be real. You can defend all you want, fight all you want, but you are the one doing that, not any God. God is not with any of us. God is not within any of us. There is no God anywhere in reality. Look at your suffering now. Talk to yourself. Now, I'm going to motor vehicle, right? If I'm living by faith, I don't need motor vehicle. I don't even need car to go where I'm going. Because God should be able to take me from one point to another point, from one place to another. If God cannot do that, why should I worship such God? Why should I fear such God? I have an appointment with them. If I miss it, I can reschedule it, right? And they can decide whatever they will do there. You cannot have such thing with God. There's no God you will call upon and that God answer you, whether in spirituality or religion. All of them are bullshit. It is people making up things. And some of you insist in remaining in foolishness because you say your ancestors invented that foolishness. When it comes to saying the real things your ancestors actually invented, you say no, it's white people that invented that one. Anything that doesn't add quality to your life or doesn't help you at all is the one you claim your ancestors invented. But the great things that your ancestors actually invented to keep you, to help you, you say no, it's white people that invented that one. Show me any believer who is waiting on the Lord. You see they are lying. None of them is waiting on any Lord. God will always disappoint you if you believe in God. Faith in God is foolishness. It doesn't matter how you try to defend it or deny it. Faith in God is foolishness. Only foolish people believe in God. Wise people don't. No parking Thursday. This one said Thursday. I cannot go park where they go give me ticket. This no work things. No parking when it snowed. Hey, the guy don't enter. You don't enter my spot. Yeah, I'm going to onye o zuru n'ụzọ ọmụ ya n'olu. Meto maribe one of our. So, my people, wherever you are, use your brain. If you don't use your brain, other people will use you. Let me go inside and see if I can see some parking there. So like this. Let me try and see if I can see.
Please fasten driver seatbelt.
Shut up. I'm here. Easy. I have to enter and for here. Give me cables at you there. Yeah, neighbors at your bonwa. Yeah, neighbors at your bonwa. Okay. Okay. Siam, we are wiser than God. I don't reach. I for park in that street and be thinking, oh, I don't know whether will give me ticket or that. Use your brain, okay? Gordon.